Although Jaidyn was making an effort to remain calm, the stories circulating about Blueface were too much to handle. It seems that his contentious conduct has continued despite his most recent grandiose proposal to her. Rumors circulated throughout the village that Jaidyn had a nervous breakdown when she found out that Blueface was not only still in contact with Chrisean, but also appeared to be indifferent about it. Hi there, and welcome back to Rumor Spill. When it became apparent that Blueface had been seen trying to get in touch with Cran for unidentified reasons, even after his engagement, the situation got more complicated. Jaidyn thought Blueface had fully moved on from his past with Cran, but when Chrisean kept releasing damaging information and further muddied the case, his denials became less credible. Blueface's interactions with Chrisean suggested that there were unsolved difficulties between them, despite his devotion to Jaidyn. When Chrisean revealed on Instagram Live that Jaidyn was the original recipient of the engagement ring Blueface had given her, the tension increased. People were just having fun online, but I was being genuine, sharing the truth and showing proofs, said Chrisean. I know something major, but it's obvious you're already in the loop, so no need to spill it here, she said, dropping hints that there will be further disclosures. Chrisean kept stirring things up by implying that Blueface's pursuit of her was a response to her breaking up with him, making reference to their recent covert meetings. She pointed to a symbolic piece of jewelry and said, "I've been wearing this because we're not really together right now. But his influence on my life is too great to ignore. I can't just erase who he is to me or what we've shared, even if he showed up yesterday," she continued, expressing conflicting emotions about their complex connections. This was more than just emotional entanglements in this protracted tale. The scenario was further complicated by Chrisean's hints that their careless liaisons may have resulted in another pregnancy. Her clues seemed to indicate that another child would soon add to the complexity of their already complex relationship. For his side, Blueface was not at all happy that Chrisean had revealed their personal matters, particularly her charges of adultery. His public outburst, in which he harshly chastised her, was the culmination of his dissatisfaction, indicating a deep-seated turmoil that underlies their split. During the outburst, he said, "All this talk of splitting up, if that were true, we could have just acknowledged our differences seriously. However, after the engagement, everyone has treated me differently and has ideas about my life. When I was having trouble on my own, where was this worry?" Financial constraints added to the chaos in this triangle. There were conjectures that Blueface's proposition to Jaidyn was well-timed. Critics claimed it was a ruse to annoy Chrisean, get Jaidyn's financial support in the face of an impending $13 million lawsuit, and possibly gain something from her imminent Columbia album deal. This argument adds a degree of dishonesty to Blueface's proposition by speculating that he may be using Jaidyn's anticipated financial gain to pay off his debts. Blueface had given Jaidyn confidence that he would be able to make his own decisions about his fidelity while they were together. However, the way things were going, it seemed that this laissez-faire approach might not be sustainable in the long run, especially if the claims of financial manipulation and motivation were accurate. Each side found itself reassessing their stances and choices as these truths kept coming to light. Jaidyn, Blueface, and Chrisean's road forward remained paved with emotional and practical obstacles in the face of public scrutiny and personal betrayals. Every turn in their narrative drew them deeper into a web of trauma and choices that had the potential to drastically alter their lives. Chrisean Blue's public feud escalated when he shared video footage of their phone call, in which he angrily denied having a romantic relationship with Blue when she was dating Jaidyn. Blue then went on the offensive on social media, calling Chrisean delusional and desperate. He claimed she was lying to him to ruin his connection with Jaidyn and that she was obsessed with him. Blue expressed uncertainty and dissatisfaction in his messages. "What are you trying to say? Was calling me your intention? What's the deal you keep calling back and then hanging up? Why are you so angry?" he penned. He vented his frustration at what he thought was harassment. The good news and surprises no longer interest me. It's beginning to feel like harassment. Please stop bringing me up. How can I get you to stop bothering me? He said that he had told her on the phone several times that he was not interested in her and that she should stop talking about him in public. Chrisean retorted that she had proof of Blue's inconsistent actions, citing a recent conversation in which Blue had become passionate over going out with a man named Mayo. She nonchalantly said, "It's fine for you to live your life. I'm just busy working," implying that she had invited him to join her, but he had declined. "You keep trying to get away from me, but it just hurts you more. You seem confused and always bug me as if I'm forcing you to pretend to be happy while I'm traveling and making money," she said. Chrisean considered the characteristics of their previous relationship and noted how much had changed. "We each have our own lives now, but back when I lived with you, you used to ask me all kinds of questions. Even if we're just friends right now, I still like spending time with you since we have something special in common. I'm not chasing you." She showed a strange sort of affection despite the strain. "Go forward, baby daddy. Oddly enough, I love you." She talked about the emotional difficulties of letting go of their close relationship as well. "It's difficult to break a soul tie, but today was a step in the right direction," she said, feeling bad about herself. Chrisean persisted in confronting Blue, telling him to cease talking to her and denouncing his actions as unhealthy and careless. Jaidyn, in the meantime, has stayed largely silent in the midst of the turmoil, but some are close to her claim that she is reconsidering her relationship with Blue. Given the situation, Jaidyn finds it difficult to accept her suspicions that Chrisean started the argument and seduced Blue into adultery. Jaidyn seems to be blaming Chrisean for the chaos, but new developments in Blue's songs make it clear that he still has affection for Cray. Jaidyn made hints about dealing with these private matters in his most recent song. This begs the question of what will happen to their relationship in the future and if Jaidyn can come to terms with her denial and be able to forgive Blue. What do you think about Chrisean's choice to reveal Blue's identity and Jaidyn's response? Is Jaidyn going to see the light at last, or will there be another reconciliation? Please feel free to express your opinions in the space provided below. Don't miss any drama by clicking on the link to another controversial story. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.